I am your examiner for your speaking test. My name's Angelina. What's your full name?
Yeah, my name is Muhammad Akil.
And what can I call you?
You can call me Muhammad.
Can you spell your name?
Yeah, sure. My first name is Muhammadad Muhammad and Aqeel Akil.
Where do you come from?
Yeah, I live in Multan, and it is a city in Pakistan.
And what do you do?
Yeah, nowadays I'm searching for a job. Like, I have recently passed my bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering.
Let's talk about your hometown or village. What kind of place is it?
Okay. Sorry, what kind of?
Place is it?
Okay, place it is. So, it is not like a big city, but it is situated in the south side of the Pakistan, and it has almost 5 to 7 lakh people, and it has few opportunities for of jobs, and most of the people are here doing farming and doing some vegetations and etc. I think. Yeah.
What's the most interesting part about your hometown?
Okay, that's an interesting question. I think actually the most interesting part of my hometown is the historical places. You can visit many historical places in here. Like there are many pilgrims or tombs of recent earlier times. You can come and visit here anytime. Or one thing I want to add is like the weather is so muggy here, like so hot and so boiling hot. Like so, you should have to come here if you are not hesitate to the hot boiling temperature. Like
What kinds of jobs do people do in your hometown?
most probably they have their own businesses, like small businesses or setups. They make machinery parts or some have retail shops, like they sell vegetable seeds and corn seeds, such as like corn seeds or lentils and many more. Like you can also find clothes factories here. Like there are many manufacturers of the cloth factories or sugar factories also here. So it's basically you can say this is a small hub of manufacturers. Like
Would you say it's a good place to live?
yeah, I think this is a 50-50. I will go with the 50-50%. So you are if you want to enjoy the weather, so this city is not comfortable for the people which are loving to the weather, like which are loving to the coastal areas, which enjoy the rainy season or something like that. So I think this will be the hard for the people if they are not to the hot season or something like that. Yeah.
Let's talk about your accommodation. Tell me about the kind of accommodation you live in.
Okay. It's not a big house. It's not like it's a small house of 200 square foot, and it has one floor, like and one kitchen, one bedroom, and one TV lounge, and one one playground like area, and one gardening area. Like actually, it's a beautiful accommodation for me. Yeah, I think.
How long have you lived there?
It has been 12 years. Like I'm living here so far. So back then I was in
What do
the
you like about living there?
okay. Uh, um, I think this house belongs to my descendants. Therefore, I'm living here. Like that's why I have some relationships here. So relatives and my cousins, my family members, all the people are here. That's why I'm living here to enjoy some gossips or all sort of things like
Thank you.
yeah.
What sort of accommodation would you most like to live in?
Mhm. So according to me, like I love the place which is situated on the mountain sides. Like I love the weather, like which is so amazing or so calm, or have a shady areas. Like in mountain sides, we have not so hot day, so it's like the temperature around 25 degrees centigrade, which is so common. Something like that.
Thank you. This is the end of
Yeah.
part one. Now I will show you a question on the screen. This is going to be your cue card question. All right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
just
ma'am.
a minute. Let me share the question with you. You have 1 minute to read your question. You may take notes if you wish. Your 1 minute to read your question begins now.
Okay, sure, ma'am.
Now, candidate, please talk about your topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Please
Okay,
start
sure.
talking.
I'm going to talk about like the person who would like to meet. So this is the person is the Syed Muzammil. I would like to meet him because he's probably working in the news channels, and back then he was also a writer. Like he was writing about the critical situations in our country right now happening, and I know about him through his podcast, and I was loving his rational ideas. That's why I'm following him, and because he's a youth icon and understanding about the situation of the country critically. So that's why I'm more inclined to him, and I'm listening every day or in a week, like his podcast to measures our country situation and the international relations between Pakistan and India, and Pakistan and the USA. Like he also depicts that about our past situation. Like he also described like we have a very controversial history. Like many people, or we can say establishment has manipulated us, like in many different ways. Like he described all of things in a very clean, or we can say pellucid way, in a pellucid way. Like that's he's an amazing man. Like I can see whenever I have a time, like in my daytime, even though he is not a famous analyst like nowadays, but he's famous in the younger community, or we can say the next generation. Or he's also describing the new tech, like he's talking about new tech, like the new tech will affect our future, how how the tech will affect our future. Like I'm also interested in these talks. Like it also talks about the social media impact on us. Like the social media is also manipulating the new generation and the past generation. Like we are many millennials. Like
Thank
so
you, thank you, thank you
yeah.
so much. This is the end of the cue card section. You spoke
Yeah.
for 2 minutes. Now, I'm going to discuss something about
Hmm.
news with you. What is the difference between new media and old media?
Yeah, I think new media is more inclined to the new tech and grabbing the each time news. Like, and the old media was like was describing the news even a month ago or a year ago. They are repeating the news every day. Like, so the old media is the methodology is now obsolete, I think. So new media is progressing nowadays, but it is also manipulating in some ways. So that's why I think there are a lot of difference between them.
Do you think the contents in the newspaper are reliable?
Yeah, I believe the context on the newspaper, the content on the context on the newspaper is also reliable. Like we can, the newspaper can tell us more things about the jobs, about the real-time situation, or we can say current situation of the country, or the international situation of the countries. And even if anybody is interested in fashion, so he or she can read the fashion about in the news. And even we can find jobs, or we can bid a proposal to hire some to get some project from the government, from the government, yeah. So newspaper also is yeah, a newspaper is also helpful to the children's, like children's can play games like word games through newspaper nowadays, yeah.
Do you think it's necessary for people to watch foreign news?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Like, if you want to live if you want to live like a progressive life, or you want to follow the first world countries, you have to see the uh, you have to see the foreign news, like, so you can compare yourself, like, in what conditions you are living in your country, and what rights your country is manipulating from this. Yeah.
How has social media changed how we consume news?
Yeah, social media has a large impact on, as all enormous impact on us. Like, social media has changed us a lot. Like, anybody, because we know, we also dependent on the news every day, and social media is also manipulating in us in different ways. So there is no such authentic resource of the social media, I think. So
What
that's why
kinds of
social media
famous
is.
people, what kinds of famous
Mhm.
people are usually in the news in your country?
Actually, I didn't know about the famous people right now, because I'm not like much a person of news. So that's why I don't know about the people like right here. So we can, yeah.
Thank you. This is the end of the test, and your speaking score is 7. But you used vocabulary in a way. The sun is scorching hot, scorching, scorching,
Sc- Scorching.
scorching. And your descendants?
Sco-
Are you kidding me? Your ancestors. Descendants are people who, like
okay.
your children and their children further.
Okay.
So
Okay,
actually,
sure.
this is your
Ancestors.
ancestral house. Your forefathers
Okay.
used to live in here.